Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday afternoon, January 31st. We are looking at Window Traders market profile of SPY, IWM, and Triple Qs. And I can't tell you, I am duly impressed by this close, by all three of these indices and the market in general. As we close down the month of January, this is amazing to say this considering we're down $25 on the month in SPY, but it's a hell of a lot better than being down $55 or $60, which we were just last Monday. We don't have an outside month down. A week ago, we were looking at the possibility of an outside month down. We come roaring back today to close back inside December's range. The monthly back in balance. The daily is up, and we close above the 200-day moving average. We're closer to the 20-day moving average. So, now, one day doesn't make a market, but this was impressive, and I would not doubt if a short-term bottom was put in last Monday. Right? I mean, look, we had a lowest accepted price, say, in B. We attempted to go trend 4 more times. They all got filled, so we did only end up with one set of single prints. The pullback we got in L, I was looking for in I, because I would have taken a lot bigger play then than I did in L. But it turned out to be an excellent day overall and an excellent day for the markets. So we opened inside the base, the price probe, not even near the base. So when A pushed down, I took a long against the overnight low with the 438 calls. Did that a couple of times in A. Then when we pushed up in A, I took a short the first time against the overnight high, 455s. Any short I stayed in, I did not stay in too long, I can tell you that much. One loss I had was in B period against last week's high. I thought they might front run that the first time. I took 445 puts there. They did not. Took that off for a loss. And then after that, I just started strictly looking longs a good part of the day. B period. With the single prints and the lowest accepted price, I started buying 444 calls. Every push down was buying them. Every push up, taking them off, adding them back on as they came down. I did that in B. I did that in C. I did that in D. So all 3 time frames just kept buying between the 444s and then in B and C, the 442s in D. In F period, took the 445 calls, actually, as looked like we wanted to take out the IB high again and get going to a new high. H period, I did take a short. Because the single prints were having trouble holding, except for B, I took a 450 put play, which worked. I also did in I with the 450s, which worked. And then the second loss I had today was here. We took out H's low, and I jumped on the 448s. I was looking for us to go down somewhere where value low and half back was at the time to take the put play off and take a size call in the middle of D. Didn't happen, went back up. I did scalp the 450 puts a bunch of times, and even one time in J, and then finally I took off the 448s, which did cost me. There were only 15 of them, but believe it or not, they cost me. Didn't hurt my day in the long run, in the bigger picture, but they did cost me. Now, I didn't mind taking it. It's not like I got hurt on an innovator play. If we hadn't taken out H's low and I took that trade anticipating that, then I could say I'd be upset with myself. But it wasn't, so I can't be upset. And then the last trade of the day was an L. But unfortunately, it was an L. I did get long, only a 10 lot, a 5 and a 5. And then took them off as we went back up to POC. And then you saw what M did as they go and probe again, and they go and blast through up and into December's range. As far as upside destinations, we have today's high of 450.28. Then we have single prints from January 20th. They start at 450.84 and get filled at 450.302. That's not going to be an easy set to fill, and I think we're a bit stretched out. So we got the price probe. Here's the single prints from the 20th. Then we have the afternoon rally high in J, 456.57, and that day's high of 458.74. For the downside, we have the price spike or price probe. K's high today of 448.38. Then we have the afternoon pullback low in L, only 7 wide. I don't use that. 445.69. Then our trend day, C's low to A's high, 443.85 to 36. B's low, lowest accepted price of 443.28, and today's low of 439.81. And by lowest accepted price, I mean we opened, A closed, B open, only came down very little, and never saw it again. It shows you how powerful buyers were today. And then on the charts, really good room in a day in the room today. Monthly. The monthly is still down, my friends, but it's not an outside month down as we close back inside of December. It will remain down until we take out last January's high, right? So we're down right now, but at least it's not an outside month down. Weekly is back to balance. It's a 3-week balance. 3 weeks ago's high is the high of it. Last week's low is the low of it. So balance. And the daily is up. So considering what we were looking at last Monday when we were down in all 3 of these time frames, you got to be a little impressed. Yes, the monthly's down, but we got the weekly to balance, and the daily is now up, and we're closer to the 20 than the 200. Hope you had a good day trading today. Thanks for the likes and subscribing to the channel. Come check us out at camelbacktrading.org. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.